Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing some swiping in a little bit of a different way. I'm going to be putting, I'm just going to keep that there so the camera can focus on that. I'm going to be putting my usual, oh, I've got a crack in the bottom of my container, that's no good. So I've got my usual colours mixed up with my Sheleeart pouring medium. I'll just show you what colours I've got there. Oh, that one's a little bit spilling. Okay, so I've got a few of these purpley coloured pigments from Sheleeart. I've got a plain black, an interference gold, I've got a nice bright Aztec type gold and a silver. I've also got a baby pink there from the Derivan Matisse. I think it's called a light magenta, pastel magenta, pale magenta, something like that. And I've got a black and a white for my topper. My white's got a hole in it. I don't know how that happened, but we're one container down. Have a look at that. Okay, so instead of pouring the last bit of paint on and swiping, I'm going to pour the paint onto just this flat surface here. Then I'm going to wipe my card in that and swipe like that. So this is just going to be a test for a bigger piece that I've got a bit of an idea. I just want to have a practice with this swiping that I saw someone else do. I can't remember who it was. I went, oh, that's a great idea, not having to put the paint on, actually dipping your card into the paint and then swiping with it. So we're about to see how that works. Just hope the camera stays in focus. It's a little bit white for it. So the way I'm going to do it is keep my puddle quite big in the middle. I'm going to go for the black first. So what I'm going to do is, just got an old magazine here. I'm just going to put my black on there like that. It's ready to use in a minute. Okay, so I'm going to go for some of these nice rich purpley colours. This is the Sheleeart Vavoom Red, which is a pretty beautiful, luscious, kind of purpley red colour. So I'm just going to go for a plain kind of test first, where I just stripe my colours across, and then see how I go with this card. This is Bougainvillea, I think, Sheleeart. I've got some new pigments coming actually that I'm going to be testing out soon, so that'll be cool. I think I might just put a bit of this interference gold across here and just try it with these three colours. It was nice of someone to start mowing their lawn just as I started painting. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. All right, so what I'm going to do here is just get my paint like that. So it's on there. And then just wipe it across like that and watch that magic happen. That's a bit pretty. Wow, that works well. I like it. I'm not going to wait around, I'm just going to get going with the tilt this way and get rid of most of that black there. I don't really want black so much in the painting, I'm just using it to pop the cells out. And there's a lot of them. I might stretch some of that back down there. Didn't get too much gold there, but those raspberry colours really like black. Made some pretty cells. Okay, so after this practice go, I'm going to have a go on something a little bit bigger. And I want to do a few swipes. I've also got another idea as well to spread the colour right out instead of having them bunched in the little lines. I want to have a go at making the whole surface really colourful before the swiping, and maybe, yeah, maybe that'll work, maybe it won't. Okay, so that worked pretty good. The thing I like about having that black on the card first, on a surface first, and then swiping the card through it, is it's really even. And I think that's what makes really nice crispy cells like that. Having that nice even layer. I'm really a fan of those tight knit cells. That's what I like to see. Pretty corner with that gold. All right, now I would like to get rid of that and test my other little idea. On another tester. Okay, so I just want to see what difference it makes spreading the colour out instead of having it bunched up. This might not work great. It might work better than expected. I do not know. Right. So instead of just having the lines here, I'm still going to do that, but I want to spread the colour out first before I swipe over the top of it and see how that goes. So I might use this. I don't even know what this colour is. Let me go check so I can tell you. Just trying to work out which one of those that is. Yeah, that's the bougainvillea. So this is the royal orchid, this colour. I've kind of made it a little bit lighter than it normally is by adding more pouring medium. It's usually a little bit more intense than that, but I just wanted to stretch that out. Right, this time we're going to use this Aztec gold. That's something different. I'm still not sure how I'm going to spread this around, but... And I might just throw some silver on. Silver and gold together, that's a bit ambitious, isn't it? Okay, so now I just wanted to see, I might use the other end of this card so I don't have to waste all of that. Just want to see how I'm going to spread a bit of the colour out first. I'm not really even sure what I'm trying to go with here, but when I see a lot of other people sort of swiping with the original swipey sort of technique, they tend to make the big lines like this rather than the way I do it. I wonder if I could even put a bit of that pink over there like that. This might make no difference at all. It might bring too much of the bottom white up. I don't know. About to see. Use the other end of this. Okay, I'm just going to wipe my card in the black again. And see what difference this little experiment makes. Doesn't really look that different, does it? Seems to be just the same, whichever way you do that. I'm sure there's some cool little different things you could do with it, doing it this way. Could leave some negative space with the colour, if you like that sort of thing. I don't really see that much difference there, except probably needing to use a little bit more paint if you do it this way. It has kept the colours a little bit more separate, hasn't it? Because they haven't gone over the top of each other. So yeah, I guess if you wanted to have, oh, here comes the sun. Going to put a few shadows on my video. That's all right. Yeah, I guess if you wanted to have your colours a little bit more separate in the background there, you could fiddle around with that technique of spreading your colour out into the places where you want that colour. If you want all your colours more blended together, I guess you would do it the other way and then swipe the black all the way across them. Either way, with both of those tests, it has proven that putting your top colour on the card first rather than pouring it on, it leaves you a little bit more control, I think, than you get otherwise. So that's a little bit in the shade there. I might be able to move that. Like that. Okay, so doesn't really look that different to the other one. Right, now I'm gonna get a smaller piece of card. Gonna rip that through like that. So I've got a little end here. Okay, so what I sort of wanted to do here, actually I might try it with the white now. I might get rid of that black and have a go with the white. So when I'm using the white on top, I tend to want to put a little bit of the black. The black with the pouring medium, not the black topper, the pouring medium one. I like to put that just underneath if I'm using the white topper. Okay. Now this is where I wanted to use a similar layering of colours like I did just in that last one. But I want to do this a little bit different. So I don't want to pick up and tilt this one. I want this to be the right consistency to dry before I start this pour. So this is going to be a no tilt. So I'm going to get that as even as I can, make sure it's at a thickness that's going to dry without needing to tilt any more paint off. I probably put, whoopsie, a bit too much on there. Okay, let's see if this one works. So far it's been pretty successful. I'm just going to have to do the best I can with these shadows because you can probably tell from my tone of voice, I only just woke up. I'm a little bit tired and flat as opposed to afternoon and nighttime pause where things are a little bit more upbeat. I just had to take this opportunity to get up really early and do this while the guys went surfing. Oh. All right, so I want to swipe this. I'm just going to put some white paint like I did last time with the black, just on that magazine to the side there. So I've just got a little puddle there to work with. I've got a thinner edge here because I want to do some sort of something weird here. So I'm going to go back and use, whoopsie. Still trying to work out in my head where to put these so I can spread them out the best. So I sort of want to cover my whole canvas with colour. This time I want to swipe a few of these colours over the top of each other. And then see if I can do a bit of a swipe and then without tilting it and see what happens there. Gonna go some silver. Probably using a lot more paint this way, but in the name of experimenting. Oh, that sun's making them look really shimmery now. As my son would say, it's so shimmery. In his little video that he did, I was so proud of him. He said he was so nervous and he didn't know what to say, and then he couldn't shut up. All right, so just want to see if I can get that colour. Not sure what my intentions are here. Might be a little bit too early for these experiments. I don't know, what am I doing? God. I think I'm just trying to get a bit of a colourful background happening because I want to leave some negative space here. I think it's still going to be all a bit too thick, a bit too much colour. Maybe I should have blown that colour out with the blow dryer. Make it nice and thin. So I think this is going to look good at first, but then we're going to have a bit of a problem here with that all being too thick. I wonder if I could get some of that off now. What am I doing? Oh well, I had to do it. I've been thinking about it all night. Wonder what would happen if I did this. I'm sure we all do that sometimes. When we get sick of our usual thing. All right, I'm just going to leave that. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that swirly, shimmery, golden, pinky background. Now what I want to do is, I really want to use this black, but I'm really worried at the same time to use it. Even though I feel like this isn't dark enough colors to have just the white on top, I'm going to do it anyway. So I've just put some of my white on there. And I want to do some stripy things here. Bit more. I don't think we're going to have much luck with not tilting this. It's going to be too thick. I kind of think that I can probably do better than that, but I don't even know what I'm doing. I just want to do something different. Different to the norm. I think I'll just leave that one. It's very sparkly. Super sparkly. Anyway, that's going to be a little bit of a test to see if that actually will dry. Without tilting more off. So it's pretty thick, like you can see. We might have a little bit of trouble with that drying, but anyway. Let's see how we go. I'll just try not to drop that in the paint. Okay, so that test is complete. Now I'm going to go for something bigger. Chuck that over there. And I'll definitely show you in my next video how that one dried. Now, because those colours are so pretty, I've got one canvas left. I might just do a quick, if I can keep you in the sunlight there, might do a quick bloom in the purple and gold. Just to finish off that one. Kind of been loving the silver and gold together. I'm actually going to put some black on the top of this one. On top of the silver. So I'm going to go these nice rich colours again. The Aztec gold. That's a Pearlex Aztec gold, that one. This is one of my favourite colours. Vavoom red. It's just so beautiful and luscious. It's a little bit like the wine and roses, but it's a bit more reddy pinky and less purple than that one. Oh, wish I'd spark up a little bit. I feel like half dead from sleeping. These kids, having these kids home, it's hard work. Okay. Let's just go for silver and black on top, and then we'll do the white on top of that. Definitely loving silver and pink together. I haven't used that baby pink yet, but okay. Just a little bit of black. I don't need too much black. I just want a little bit on top of that silver so that when my cells explode, they're nice and defined. What am I doing? I haven't got a stick yet. Oopsie, something in there. We just don't want that on our painting. Always nice to finish off with a bloom. And this one is very sparkly. That silver's more just like glitter. Wow, so pretty. Losing my light. It's a bit shadowy. It's the first time I've tried to film it this time of the morning, half asleep. But when you're alone and you've got to make the most of it, right? Because it's not very often I'm alone lately, as all of you probably aren't either. In this crazy time we're going through. I feel like it just sounds so boring and sleepy, but I'm just enjoying the quiet, except for the lawnmower. Gosh, it's Sunday morning too. Who bloody mows on a Sunday morning at this time? It's almost like rude. Okay. Might look a bit boring from where you are, but it's pretty much, yeah, I don't know, that silver is just full on. I don't know, it's kind of taking over, it's making everything sparkle. But it takes over the colour a little bit from the side here. I might see if I can just show you that in the sun. How it's sort of really dominating everything. It's putting a crazy amount of sparkle in there, which is great, but I do like to see the sparkly pink and the sparkly gold as well, not just the silver when you're on that angle. So I can already tell when I get resin onto this, it will just be very, very reflective silver. So I don't know whether I put the silver in the wrong spot. Maybe I could have put it on the bottom instead of the top. Or maybe it's just going to do that every time I use it. Still pretty though. All right guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to go and set up now for my bigger experiment with the swiper being dipped into the paint first. See you then.